Good morning, students. Today we will continue with voice. We had begun it the other day. So a few exercises are left. We'll finish that. And tomorrow I'll be discussing adverbs and adverbials. Before I continue or we start with our lecture for today, I would like to give you all a reminder that you're not sending me your assessment activities. So please do that at the earliest. And of course, a few of you have done very, very well. I got a story from Manisha and she's done it so well. She's put in all those little effects also. Yes, the dialogue delivery could have been a little better, but otherwise they're excellent efforts. Excellent efforts have been made for her. So we're going to give a clap for Manisha for putting in so much of efforts and doing it so well, right? And others also, I want to see your best. There are 4 students today. I have Bableen and Sadika, Angel and Manisha. Boys are all at home today. They've decided to stay at home. Okay, right? Yes, so can you all continue sending me your notebooks? The literature part, that is why I finished it off last week so that you can complete your notebooks in time. Okay. So we've discussed the writing skills also. I did that all so that you get enough time to complete your work. But it seems, I don't know how much time you need. You need lots and lots of time. Right? So hurry up. And this week it's the last. After that, I'll be writing note on it. So you've got enough time to do. Okay? So hurry up and start sending your work. Now let's have a look at grammar book and let us continue with the voice. And yes, here I'll be sharing with you the rules that you have to follow. Okay, so that you have an idea what are the things that you need to remember. So when we discuss voice, what are the things that we did? What are the things that we have to remember when we change a sentence from the active to the passive? Yes, students in the class will tell me. Yes, when we talk about here, of course, it is always changing this, isn't it? Right? So, yeah, when do I recognize that the sentence is in the active voice? It's an action sentence. And the emphasis is on the, right? And in the passive, what happens? Right? So we have the new object and the new subject, and it is on the doer, on the receiver. Receiver, okay? And can you tell me any tricks and hints you will use to identify whether the sentence is in active or passive? Verb form, yes, and the use of by, right? So these are the things that you will remember it by, okay? Right? But there are a few tricky sentences also which are coming over, and we'll discuss on how to recognize that whether the sentence is in an active form or in a passive form. But for now, yes, as of now, I expect you to remember the things here. Everything is going to change here when we do change active and passive here. But of course, there is no change in the tense. So please do not confuse this. This is the biggest mistake that we do. We confuse it with the narration. And we change the tense also. No change in tense. Otherwise, your sentence is going to go wrong. And in grammar, yes, any mistake you do, you will not expect marks. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Here we have the object placement. That is what decides it. Now, all of you, please look at your books. Let's continue. Let me open my book also. So we have page. Which page was it? It is 149 we had done. And how many exercises we had done? We had done page 152. And we have done sometimes when the doer is there, when it is like an orders, instructions, right? So yes, it is there, okay? Now we have when there are two objects, what to do. So do you remember we did a direct object and an indirect object? How do you identify which is the direct object and which is the indirect one? Yes, Sadhika is going to tell me. Lena teaches me German. Which is the direct object? I asked you to remember with the question. Yes? Who? Yes? Right, so who is it? Lena teaches me German, which is the direct one over here? German, right? And me is the indirect, okay? But when we have two objects over here, right? Anyone can be there. When we rewrite it in the passive form, you can pick up anyone. That is why sometimes we say, no, okay, this is also correct and this is also correct. This happens when there are two objects. Now look at this here. German is taught to me by Lena, or I am taught German by Lena. Both are correct? Right. Now let us, I think so we discussed this. Yes, we've discussed this. Now we are doing what? Infinitives also we are done. We started with infinitives. What is infinitive? To plus the verb, right? To learn, to cook, to write, to drive. Okay, all this and how it is going to be. To be. Yes, in the passive. So when you have an imperative, it is to be, right? Yes. Now when we have, it is imperative, it can be, yes, so with the simple infinitive is different. And sometimes we are there when we have the imperative sentences also, right? So you are requested not to disturb me, right? To comes here. Yes, I have to complete this work by noon. So this is also there, right? Of course, your infinitives, right? So when we have imperative sentences also there, also you have the use of infinitive. So how is the sentence changed then? So please look at it here. Yes, work hard. You are advised to work hard, right? Get out of the room. You are ordered to get out of the room. Wipe your feet. So once again, just like when we do narration, we identify the sentence. Is it an order? Is it a request? Is it a suggestion? Is it an advice? Right? And then accordingly, we change the sentence. So here also, you'll be doing the same. Okay? Right. So let's see. The books must be immediately returned to the library by the students. Please write down the answers. And I told you, keep a rough notebook where you keep writing down. Right? Or write on a page and paste it on your book so that you will have the answers ready with you. Fine. Write with a pencil in case you make mistake because yes, the pencil has or we can use a eraser with it. Okay, fine. Let's start here. And where are the remaining students here? Where have they disappeared? I can't see many students here in the class. Yes, there you are. The books must be immediately returned to the library by the students. Must will remain must? Yes? Right. So how many objects are there? Look at the sentence. The students must return the books to the library immediately. Correct? Did you get the answer? Did you get the answer? Yes. Next one. Let the door be shut. Shut the door. Absolutely correct. Or if I want to make it a little more, I can say, yes, you are ordered to shut the door. Very nice. This is, you are requested to wait for me. You are requested to wait for me. Okay, please wait for me. Is it correct? Please wait for me. Correct. Absolutely good. This is to be done by me. This sentence is in the what? They're all in the passives, aren't they? Yes. And we have to change them into the active. Okay, fine. It's already there. You are requested to wait for me. This is to be done by me. I do this. With I, what will come? I have, right? And of course, to do this, because it's already to be done. I have to do this. Okay, and we generally make a mistake, you know, here. So I have, he has, they have. Okay, so you must remember here, because it's a very important thing. When we change the sentences from the active to the passive or the passive to the active, it is, yes, I am, no, not I am to do this. I have to do this. Have. Okay. Right. I am loved dearly by my grandma. My grandma loves me dearly. Okay. I am loved. I am. Right. I am tired. I am exhausted. I am hungry. Right. We don't say I have hungry. I is hungry. Absolutely incorrect. Okay. Right. So I change this here. Yes. So grandma loves. Loves. Remember, subject, verb, agreement. Okay. Grandma loves me dearly. Angel, is it correct? Yes, done. Are you all writing at home? Yeah. Can I get a yes or no? Very nice. Very good. A new collection is being designed by my sister. Being designed, get the hint. Being is ing. So ing, you write designing, right? So my sister is designing. Do I need to write on the blackboard? Please note down, my sister is designing a new collection. So look at the form of the verb there. It will automatically tell you why. That is why I've put this page over here, so you can have an idea. 2,000 workers are employed by the company. Now here once again, employed. Yes. The company, louder. The company is. Yes. R, right? It is R. The company employs 2,000 workers. Okay. Yes. Write down all of you. The company employs 2,000 workers. So if I say the company has employed 2,000 workers, what is wrong there? Because it is R is there. Okay, yes. The injured dog had been nursed to health by the vet before he went on vacation. This is such a lengthy sentence. Now take time to do this. The injured dog, right, had been nursed to health by the vet. The vet had, because been is there, no? Been is there, it was all there. Yes, your past. The vet had nursed the injured dog to health a week before he went on vacation. So rest, some things are added just to create that confusion. What are the things we have to find? Identify a new subject, identify a new object, see the verb. You have any doubt, look at this table over here. It is there, you know, like, yes, many cars had been driven. Look at this example. It's already there, isn't it? Had been. What will happen? Had nursed. Been would be removed. Yes? So please, have you got it correct? You got this correct or not? Okay. Can I see the responses here? Let me have a look at my students. Yes, did you get this answer? Did you get it? Yes? The prize will have been received by my son before I reach the school. Once again, have been. Right? Has? Yes? And of course, what is the new subject over here? Will have been. Will have been. Yes, will have received. My son will have received the prize before I reach the school. Flip the pages, look at the rules. Look at the rules if by the time you memorize them. Okay? So now everything is in reverse order. Go back, go back. Let us go back about the things here. Will have been received. We remove been. Okay? It's already here. Yes, received there. So will have received. What? My son will have received the prize before I reach the school. Did you get it, all of you? Have you written it? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no or something. Done? Okay. Yeah, someone is showing me the book also. Ma'am, look at us. We are so obedient. Very good. Very nice class. Good girls. And the boys also, who all are there in the class. Nice. Good. No, not would. The party was postponed by me. Me will become I, right? So it's already there. Yes, look at it. It was postponed. What will happen to it? Look at it. Postponed. I change it to that, right? So I postponed the party. Is it clear? All answers done? Right. So with this, we have finished with the voice. Okay. Right. So changing from active to passive and from passive as well as to active. So these are the things that you need to remember. Okay. And yes, I still have some latecomers joining the class right now. Also, they are joining. I postponed the party is absolutely correct. Did you get the answers? Yes. Right. So with this, we have finished. Okay. Now, all of you take out your notebooks. Can we revise a writing skill today? We can revise a writing skill also today. Along with this, yes, come on, take out your notebooks, all of you. Complete your work in the grammar. And of course, as I have told you here also, you can just put a page over there and write. Okay, let us write. Yes, Anshika, it's absolutely correct. I postponed the party. Okay, right. Now we will write an informal letter. Whom do we write informal letters to? Our friends, relatives, acquaintances, people that we know. Okay, right? And of course, yes, your cousin, friend, whatever you want to write. Now let us write a letter to your friend, right? And okay, write the question. Your friend is very good at sports. Your friend is very good at sports. In the bracket, you can put athletics, right? After seeing India's performance in the Olympics, you want to motivate your friend to continue participating in sports. Write the letter. Okay. Your friend is very interested in sports. In the bracket, you can write down athletics, running and all. Okay. After seeing India's performance in the Olympics, you want her to pursue, or pursue here, it is, yes, to continue, not give up, to pursue her interest in sports. Write the letter to your friend, encouraging her. Write a letter of encouragement to your friend. Written the question? Yes? Written? Okay, now let us put all the things together. Yes? Right? Anshika is there telling, yes, ma'am, I have written. Who else has written? Pearl has written. Sayam, have you written? Vedanti has written. Okay, let's come to this. Now, what is the format of the letter? Who is the sender of this letter? You are, right? So, what is the sender's address? Your address, right? Say it could be 12C Friends Colony. Okay. Right? I write the date. Yes, I write the date. Okay. Then do I write the subject here? Do I write the subject? No. How do I start a letter to my friend? Yes, so you can write down, dear friend. You can write the name. Right? So dear friend Priya. Right? And of course, introduction. What is your favorite introduction to write in the letter? What do you talk about? Pink and blue and everything? What colors do we use? Yeah, how are you? And hoping the pink of health? And I'm in the blue of health. Is it? Yes. Blue is, when you're saying the blues, it means you're a little upset. Okay. Right. So yeah, pink of health, you want everyone to be hale and hearty, and yes. Okay. So how are we going to start? That dear Priya, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in high spirit. So we can start this. Will you change it a little bit? We can change it. Okay. What else? What else you can write? Yeah, come on. You love writing for informal letters. You have a very favorite format of writing your formal letters. What is it? Right. Okay. You will ask her about her health, and of course, you will pray and hope for her a healthy life. Right. We'll also ask about her parents because you know them also, right? And hope uncle, auntie, and you can mention a brother's name or sister's name or whatever. They're all doing fine, right? And right, what is then you can come to the purpose of writing the letter, the next paragraph. Yeah, you can start. What is the purpose here? That you want her to encourage her to keep on participating, right? So you can say that Priya, like, of course, you can say the last few weeks we have been, you can say, days of a lot of excitement for us as we witnessed India's performance in the Olympics. And, it's a very great moment for us to feel proud of the gold medal that we have won. And seeing the dedication of all our sports person and all the hours that they put in, right, to work for our country. I know you have been performing well at the athletics meet, and you have a medal in the races also. So I want you to continue with your dedication and hard work, right? And you can say that, yes, I was very happy to know that last month you had participated in the inter-school event or in the local athletic meet, and you won the 200-meter race, right? So please don't give up. And there's a lot of opportunities for you to participate in sports. There are so many academies where you can carry on with your practice, right? And if you do well in your studies and you do well in sports, also you might get a scholarship for your higher studies, isn't it? Right? So yes, and you can say, yeah, one day I'll also be proud to say that my friend has won a medal for the country, right? So yes, just hoping and praying that you continue with your efforts and make us proud with your achievements, right? So your friends, you can write down Babli, Manisha, Sadika. Okay, right? So can you write this letter? Can you write it? Yes. So first of all, it is, yeah, inquiring about the health. Then come to the topic that you have to discuss. And your conclusion, of course, yeah, you want to, because it's a friend, you want to add a personal touch. That can be my regards to auntie and uncle. And yes, I definitely want to come and meet you all soon. Right? I will come when my exams are over, or I'll come during the break. Anything, right? And of course, then we can go running together. Anything you want. So when we write informal letters, I want you to add that element of attachment, you know, like how friendly you are with your friend and you're such a well-wisher, because we write such a, you know, like letters with so much of concern and care to people we are really close to, right? We won't write this way to the letter, to the editor will not be like that. An email to the manager of a company would not be like that. No, please listen to me and send my order or give me a job. No, we won't write like that, isn't it? This you can only write with your friends. So that is why when we do our writing skills, it has to be appropriate. Fine. Yes. So how do I close this letter? Your friend. You can write that. Your loving friend. Yes. Yours lovingly. Right? Anything. Your whatever. Okay? Right? So you'll be able to write this letter. Fine. Yes. Any doubts? Any questions? Anyone? So I'm expecting you to send your notebooks at the earliest. I want your other activities also. And right, so one more assessment we have left for you all. Okay? Right, and with this we have almost completed, or we've come to the end of our syllabus. So we'll be continuing with our revision, right? So tomorrow I'll just finish off with adverbs and adverbials. That's a very short topic, right? Because you all have prior knowledge about adverbs. Yes, so identifying adverbs and what are adverbials. Okay, so we'll discuss that tomorrow. Please, I will tell you the pattern of the exam, so don't worry. I'll discuss it during our revision days.